Hey, darlings, how y'all? People have asked me about my love, my Charlie, my Butch. That was his nickname, Butch. Well, when I first met him, uh, I was in high school. We were both high school. He was a senior. I was skating around the pool in front of the apartment complex near where we lived at, and he was standing up at the railing, looking over the railing, leaning down, watching over the pool. Because he was also the handyman at the apartment complex part-time because his aunt was the manager there. And I met him through his brother. We had went to a party, a gathering of friends, and I didn't know him. And I had went there because there was another young man that I thought was awful cute that was going to be there. And we were all sitting around talking and visiting. And there was this sweet guy in a pair of Wrangler blue jeans. He used to wear 13 MWZs. If you know Wrangler jeans, you'll know what that is. And Western shirts. And he always kept his Western shirt unbuttoned, a couple buttons down. And he wore a cowboy hat and a pair of cowboy boots. And that was my love when he was 18. And he was the sexiest man I'd ever seen in my life. And the sweetest and the most soft-spoken man that you would ever imagine. And he would look at me under that cowboy hat, and my heart would just melt. Let's see, he was 6 foot tall. And when I met him, he probably weighed 150, 160 pounds, which, of course, as he got older, gained some weight. I gained a lot of weight. When I met him, I weighed 120 pounds, and I'm 5'8". So the first kiss, we fell in love. I have to tell you about how he got his first kiss one of these days. And we got together. He went in the military. We got married. We had a little boy. Then later on, we had another little boy. And he was in the military and he worked part-time to deliver pizzas. And I worked different jobs. We traveled. Ended up moving all over the United States, back and forth. But he was handsome. He was sexy. He liked country music. He could sing even though he wouldn't admit it. He was an Italian at heart. He was a great cook. He made the best lasagna you'd ever taste. When we first got married, I wasn't a very good cook and I didn't like cooking. So I made a deal with him. I said, honey, you do all the cooking and I'll do all the cleaning no matter what mess you make. And I kept that deal. And I did that our whole marriage and it worked out great for us. And I'll tell you what, it worked out great because I gained a lot of weight, which I've lost some since he's passed because I'm not used to not having his cooking anymore. How do I describe him other than gorgeous, honest,